Have you ever tried Marionberries? I haven't. And when it came to the state of Oregon for my 50 video dessert series where I'm making every state dessert in America, my research suggested that Marionberry pie was the state dessert for Oregon. Now, Marionberries are basically a glorified blackberry. They're a hybrid, so instead of paying like $150 to overnight freezer ship some Marionberries, I just got some blackberries. But if you have access to Marionberries, please use them in this recipe because it's actually really, really good. A simple filling with macerated blackberries, some aromatics in there. Simple pie filling is just really, really good, really basic, but really comforting. The full recipe is in the description if you would like to make this at home. And before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can join me every week for new recipes. Start by getting our berries. So of course, like I said, if you don't have Marionberries, just use blackberries. It's no big deal. We're gonna macerate them, which means combining them with sugar and our flavors and letting them sit at room temperature for about 2 hours, which just helps draw the moisture out and let all the flavors marry. Drawing the moisture out is going to help the pie filling be a lot less liquidy as it bakes and sets up after it cools. So I'd really recommend not skipping this. I added fresh thyme and lemon zest and a pinch of salt, and that's all these berries needed because I wanted them to really maintain their integrity and flavor. So cover them with plastic after everything is coated and give it a solid 2 hours on the counter. Afterwards, discard the liquid that came out and then add in some all-purpose flour just to help the filling set up as it bakes. Of course, with that liquid, if you want to save it to make it into a syrup or something, it is absolutely delicious. So we're going to put this into our pie crust in our pan, and then since this is the last pie of the series, I did want to make it look pretty, so I'm doing a lattice pattern here, which is not hard at all. You just cut a second recipe of pie crust into strips of whatever size you want, and it's just a process of folding back alternating parts of the strips of dough so you get that really cool woven effect. Just trimming off any excess that's hanging over the edge and pressing it into the bottom pie crust, since that should be pressed up around the edge of the pan. After that, you can optionally crimp this if you want, or just leave it more rustic. A rustic pie is always great. Make sure you brush it with egg wash as well so you get some nice color as it bakes. And then this is going to go on a sheet pan to catch any bubbles that might go over the pan, and bake it at 400 for 20 minutes. Reduce the temperature to 350 for an additional 70 minutes, and you'll be left with an amazing pie you'll want to make again. And just like that, my friends, our 17th and final pie of this 50 video dessert series, every state dessert in America. We've got 2 left after that. I cannot believe it. It's been an 8-month journey, and I have to say I am so over pies at this point. 17 pies, can you believe that? But when it comes to this pie, I love just the sight of the fresh berries in there, that gorgeous lattice pie crust on top. Okay, out of all the fruit pies I made for this series, this is up there at the top. The berries still maintained their integrity and shape and a little bit of crisp. And because we macerated them, they're really intense in flavor. You can't pick out one thing in particular. It all just blends into an amazing flavor. So yeah, this is a keeper for sure. Once again, full recipe is in the description if you'd like to make this at home. And make sure you check out all the other videos in this 50 video dessert series where I've made every state dessert in America. It's been a crazy ride, so thank you for following along. And be sure to stay tuned for amazing recipes to come after this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.